everyone, this is the tutorial for Cry by Benson Boone. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So to get through this song the easiest, we're in standard tuning with a capo on fret 3. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below. So let's talk through the chords that we need, and then we'll talk about strumming and the structure afterwards. So the first chord we need is a G major chord. Now G major, up from the capo, is fret 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, 0, 0, 0, and then a 3 on the high E string. The second chord that we're going to need is an E minor chord, which is 0 on the E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings, 0, 0, 0 on the remaining strings. We then need a C major chord, which is a 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, 0 on the G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. Now, for the introduction, if you choose to play it, there is a C minor chord. The best way to play that is a bar chord, 3 frets up on the A string from the capo, and you'll play 3, 5, 5, 4, and then 3 there. However, later in the song, he replaces that C minor with an A minor chord, so you could use that one instead if you're not too confident with bar chords. An A minor is the only other real chord we need. Open A string, 2, 2 on the D and G strings, 1 on the B, and an open E string. Now, there is an introduction before the kind of full-on song starts. There's that kind of slow introduction. Just to go over that, we have a G major for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do for strumming, we're going to go down, up, 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 which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Do that twice for almost every chord. So we have the G, and again, then E minor, then the C major once round to C minor, and then G major. And then when on the actual audio file he then stops the song and says, let's make it louder, that's when they start kicking in with a new rhythm. And that section, there's kind of some drums and they're just chugging away, not really any proper guitar parts, so we're just going to come up with our own part that fits the track. We have G major for a couple of bars. So what I'm doing there, I'm just making it a bit livelier, and I start off with down, 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 up. So I've got lots of down strokes. And then a quick down up at the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So lots of downstrokes there. I'm really stressing the third beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And by 3, I mean 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to use that strumming for when it kicks into the proper verse, which is the next part. And what happens is they play the G chord, again, to E minor, and again, up to now, the same as the intro. It goes to C, and then A minor, there's the difference, and then G for 2 bars. If you play that a second time, you get the full first verse. There is then this small link, we're going to call that the pre-chorus, which is the C major chord to C minor. And then we get into the big part of the song, which is the chorus. Speaking of which, the 4 chords we need are G, E minor, C, and C minor. And we're going to have some really big hits on the guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. Rest, rest, rest. So that was 5 strikes on each chord, G, E minor, C, and C minor. Do that 2 times round and you've got yourself the full chorus. After the first chorus, we start to get some repetition. There's a small link where the drums take over. We're chugging away with G for 2 bars. And at that point, we get a second verse, exactly the same as the first verse. Just do all of that 2 times round. We then get a bridge section, and the bridge section is different. We have C, D, and G. Now, C major, we already know. D major, we don't. So D major is an open D string, 2 on the G string, 3 on the B and 2 on the high E string. And we'll play a couple of strums on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the G major we hold for 4 counts. Then the next part, we play C and D again. And then a full bar of E minor. It then goes C, D, G to E minor, then a full bar of C, and then a bar of C minor. And that's what's going to get you through the bridge section of the song. Now, just before we talk about the last part of the song, if you are interested in getting the chord charts for this, as well as the chords and the lyrics matching up, head on over to Patreon. There is a link in the description. You can get everything wrote out professionally for you, and it just saves you from writing it out and potentially making a mistake or trying to memorize and forgetting a chord. So check that out. However, let's move on to the next part of the song, and we have a chorus where we'll play those big strikes again. And what I'd recommend, it's the same chords as before, but what I'd recommend is all downstrokes. Down, 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 down. Just adds a little bit more emphasis on the chords. Now, you'll play through those chords 2 times. And then there's like an outro of sorts, and that outro is going to be the same chords 3 times round. Just at the end, it's a little bit quieter, so you can maybe sustain the chords. And you've now got to the end of the song. So if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. However, please consider getting the extra content over on Patreon. Like I said, it just saves you from writing out and potentially making a mistake. And I'd like to say thanks to the people on the screen. And the moment this video goes live, they will get the extra content that I mentioned over on Patreon straight away. So thanks to them for supporting me, and thanks to you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.